I'm gonna get right to it.
Uncovering music by new and up-and-coming great artists.
The Grammy goes to
The next big thing. This is Untouched Melodies.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Hello. It is another Untouched Melodies, and it's a special one tonight. It's an artist I've been trying to get on for quite some time, and I'm privileged and honored to welcome Eddy Aspect. Eddy's not your real name, though, right? It's like Jake.
No, so Edward's actually my middle name. My real name's Jake, but I go. It's kind of an ode to both my father, my grandfather,
Cool.
the great men who came before me. So yeah.
Awesome. So, welcome to the show, my friend. I've been listening to your music all day. I do this a lot, but it's actually been all week. Let's be fair. I listen to your music all the time. It's amazing. It's great. It's why I brought you on. It's because I want you to get well known. I want everyone to hear your stuff. We're already getting
means the
comments.
world.
Producer Sketty, you're the man. Thanks for tuning in. So. Tell me a little bit about how you got into music, first of all, before we kick into Phil's top 5 and talk about where you're coming from.
Of course. It's actually an interesting story. When I was a little kid, I saw my sister in a dance class, and she was dancing, and I turned to my mother and was like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure I could do that, I think I could do it better, to be honest." So she was like, "All right, let's give it a try." I started doing dance, and that was kind of my first passion. But as I grew up, I realized my love for dance came from my love for music, and seeing the way that music would bring loads of people together into a dance class, and the way everybody, no matter what problem they had, it was gone. They were there in the moment, experiencing the music, having a blast. And I think I was around like 16, 17. I realized, like, what if I could be the person making the music that is helping people let go of their problems? So that was kind of the beginning, the big bang almost of what
Right.
could be. From there, obviously I was just a kid. It started off as freestyle rapping and, just singing along to my favorite tunes, doing covers. But through experimentation, I learned, okay, we could do something here. I started making a few songs, and I remember showing my parents way back, and they were like, "Wow, okay, maybe this could be something." And now, like 6-7 years later, here we are. It's crazy.
Maybe it could be something. Jeez, that's an understatement in itself. Yeah, no, you've got quite a catalog of
Quite a
music.
catalog. I've been putting out music for so long, from SoundCloud to Apple Music, Spotify. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, what really? I mean, as far as like you started off with dance and everything. What really inspires you to create that music?
Um, it's definitely. I feel like when I was younger, and even to this day, I sometimes have a hard time expressing myself.
Mm.
Especially talking to people. I always felt like I couldn't explain how I truly felt. But when it came to a song, it was a conversation with myself, and I'd write these
Yeah.
songs and have that self-reflection, realizing like, wow, okay, I'm going through stuff. And this is before I knew about, anxiety, depression, and,
Yeah.
mental health. But thanks to music, it became my tool to not only, help my mental health, but also, help myself, develop as not only an artist, but a human.
Right.
So, I'm very grateful music became an outlet at such a young age.
It's incredible. The quality of the music at such a young age as well was, which really just amazes me is
That means the world.
creatively you're way beyond your years when it comes to that stuff.
Thank you.
We're gonna get into Phil's top 5. I do this every I do this every episode. It can come as quite a shock for some people, but I will say my 5. This was probably the most difficult top 5 I've had to do, and I'm not just saying that because you're on the show. I I like all your stuff really, and so it was kind of like, but I like that one and I
Yeah.
like that one. So 5 was really hard for me. So, I will say to start off with my 5, I'm gonna say number 5 is Look.
Ooh, okay. Look
So
there.
tell me a little bit about that song because oh man, it's gritty. It's kind of gritty, you know.
Yeah,
It
so
starts off kind of
originally,
what?
Look came about. We were going on my first kind of big tour I've ever been a part of. I got asked to go on this tour called Boys of Summer. Um, it was like a social media tour, but they wanted to bring music acts. And I was like, okay, I'm about to go to all these different states. It's their first time seeing me. And, they're going to go, who is this guy? They're going to look at me. So from there, I started thinking about this idea. And it was, it's an emergency. You don't get to urge me. I'm going to treat the beat like it is surgery. And that song came so fluid. It just poured out, and I
Right.
started making this gritty, beat that had inspiration from artists, like G-Eazy and Eminem, and just a punkness to it.
Right.
And yeah, it went from that to being this little story about, not only you should look at me, but you should also listen and almost just understand I'm coming to your screen whether you like it or not.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a cry for, hey, pay attention to me,
Mhm.
but also if you're not going to pay attention to me at some point, you're going to have to
Yeah, I think one of
because
my favorite lines from that song, it talks about raising a glass for your fate, and
yeah,
it's this kind of, well, if this is gonna be my life, let's celebrate it. And
right.
to think way back then, I wanted to celebrate it, and still today, there's themes of celebration. I love it. I love that it's just this feeling of party, but it's also this feeling of, you have the lightness, you have the darkness, and I'm gonna show you how I play with that.
Yeah, it's dude, it's a great song. It's a really great song.
Thank
So
you.
just kick us off. I'm gonna play. It's a 3 minute song. I generally have to take about a minute because I like to get to the hook and all the fun stuff
Mm-hmm.
in it. So we're gonna play a little bit of the song. If you have any comments, guys, don't forget we are live. I forgot to do this. Damn ticker didn't kick it off, but there you go. There's the ticker. If you want to chat, make sure you leave a comment. We're here live. He wants to take questions as well.
Let's chat. Let's
Let's
have a
chat.
day, y'all.
Let's talk. Let's talk. All right. But until then, let's go with Look.
It's an emergency, don't get the urging me, cause I just treat the beat like it's a surgery. If you ain't heard of me, that is a sad case. On a crazy kid who on a highway. It's my day like it's Friday. And the other side of me is just trying to go and start race. Zooming down the parkway, cause we trying to make moves. Hold on my line, if you slithering, you have no true. Whoa, buddy, maybe take it real slow, buddy. Yeah, I know that it's real, sonny. In this shit, it get real bloody. Shoot a hole in your little tummy. You a done, don't give me gummy. Run your pockets, give me money. You be boo-boo like you chasing other honey. It be funny that you even try. I just be elevating, but I get frustrated, so I make a story like an illustration. Only confirmation is the green, and the spectrum of a G, floating death another team. I just be elevating, but I get frustrated, so I make a story like an illustration. Only confirmation is the green, and the spectrum of a G. 5D, mix the diamonds in a high C. Cinderella got the boy clean. Shelby brother out my eyes seen. Wanna feature, hit the MGMT. Songs hit like a fresh DMT. Just let me be. Bad average stage to a new league. Wish you knew me.
Okay, so dude, that is like that's
You brought
beast
me
mode.
back, man. I was
That's
feeling
beast
what I
mode.
first. Mm.
And my boy Tanner, who was on quite recently,
What's up, Tanner?
Ta-
Legend. Love
Tanner
him.
is my guy. I love this man. He
He just
is
dropped a new song with another friend of ours named Solomon.
uh
Fantastic record. It's called Alaska. I'll
you
definitely keep
know,
that.
Tanner is a great dude, and one of the things he does that's really incredible for me, and we kind of talked about it, but like it's just the creative, like
Yeah.
open, all over stuff. Hey, check out the episode; it's a great episode. Definitely look back at that. But Tanner, thanks for tuning in, man, and being supportive. We'll definitely connect again because you
Super
keep
King.
making great music. But anyway, look is just it's beast mode. You don't. It's just like bang, like you know what
It's
you
in
and
the
Tanner
phase.
should
It's
do
very
one.
in the
That's what
phase.
you
Yeah.
and Tanner need to do one. That's what needs to happen, dude. Now that
Well,
Tanner's watching.
actually, I know I don't. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry, Tanner, for keeping this a secret, but we do have a song in the works right now that
Oh,
I am very
there we
excited about.
go. There we go. There we go. All
Yeah.
right, Tanner. Secrets out, man. Um, but yeah, look is just incredible. I love that song. It's got such a great vibe to it.
Thank you.
And
It was
yeah,
a fun song to mess around with wordplay. Like going to the Winnie the Pooh, and then I'm talking about DMT and the craziness of that. It's a chaotic song, but everything we do, it's either you're gonna be on the side of beauty or you're gonna be on the side of chaos.
yeah, it's a great song. So yeah, going on to that, like creatively, like where do you get your inspiration from? Because that's the biggest thing for me is
Yeah.
y- like just the ability to write the lyrics that you have and all this stuff. I know that we talked about mental health and all that kind of stuff, but
So I would
um,
say mental health is definitely a big source I pull from. I'm someone that still suffers with anxiety and depression, and it's
right,
something that a lot of us, we don't realize that it's kind of steering the wheel sometimes.
yeah, for sure, for sure,
But it's not only that, it's everyday life. You hear, like, as I said, the Winnie the Pooh. I talk about my childhood, favorite books and my
yeah,
favorite entertainment. Like, I'm very big in not only just music, but film and visuals, and it's life, it's reality, and we're all experiencing something. And I think that's what makes, in a very oversaturated industry right now, it's what sets us apart. It's being able to talk about the things that make make you unique.
could not said it better
Yeah.
myself. To be honest, that's exactly what it's about. It's about your authenticity and just connecting with the people, and you
Yeah.
do that really well.
And it's something I learned over time. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started doing music, there was a lot of imitation, and imitation is flattery, but I looked up to a lot of artists, and I thought, if only I could make something that sounds exactly like this, then it will do well. And over time, all that experimentation, it allowed me to kind of find, all right, well, this is the right vessel for me. This is the right way to approach this feeling, this
Mm.
color. Um, and it's being able to understand those different elements. But it took me time to learn how to be authentic, how to be truly me. You need experience.
Yeah, it's and confidence as well. I mean, you start to grow in confidence with the way you produce, and
Yeah.
like we could. I mean, if we started at your first song to now, I mean, it's the one thing that I love about going through people's catalogs, and I encourage everyone to do that when they find a new artist. Is the growth in the production and everything is just amazing.
It's insanity. It's such a crazy thing. And I always tell my friends, I'm like, I'll make a beat now. And I'm like, if only little me heard this beat, like, take the words away, just heard this beat, I would be so proud. And, it's hard to give yourself love when, we seek validation from so many other
Yeah,
outlets.
for sure,
Um,
100%. And
yeah, but
there's so
being
many
able
haters
to
out
think
there.
about the
Like,
younger you, it definitely,
yeah,
it blows your mind.
there's so many haters out there as well that can be critical that don't understand the work that goes into all of it, and that's hard to rise above at times.
Hmm.
Producer sketty, I don't know what that means, but
Wonders. That's a big, kind of family group thing. The way you would think of the seven wonders of the world,
uh-huh,
we kind of think of ourselves and treat ourselves, because you got to hold yourself at a high standard if you're
right.
gonna be wonderful. Treating ourselves like we could possibly be the next wonder.
Well, you're gonna probably agree or love the fact that I picked this next one. Number 4 for me is numb.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Numb for me is a really special one because it just we'll listen
I
to it
think it
before we get into
captures
it.
that feeling for
Yeah,
sure.
it
It's a
does.
great title.
It's a great track. Tell me a little bit about where that came from, what inspired that track, and
Yeah, so I remember I was scrolling on the internet, and there was this producer who had that little guitar, like the ukulele, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And as most artists do, when you hear something like that, you start humming, and right away in my head, I went, "You left me out, had to push me to the side," and really,
It's great, dude.
I'm numb. And basically from that, I don't know if you saw the visual for that as well, but I went out to Catalina Island off the coast of California with my
Wow.
buddy David, and we shot this video on this. Where we were at on Catalina Island, it was almost desolate. It felt like abandoned, like you were in.
I literally just was there. We did a cruise, Mexican Riviera cruise. So
Oh
Catalina was
yeah,
one of the stops. And so yeah, so I'm a little bit familiar with
it's
Catalina.
different over there.
Yeah, for sure. It's
And
an
it
amazing place.
captured the feeling of the song, just feeling so numb that you're isolated and alone. And I wanted to give people reassurance that though this song is saying you make me feel alone, they're not alone,
Yeah,
because they're not alone in that feeling. You feel
yeah,
me?
that's cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, as you know, I got to do a minute again, but we'll come back.
Let's do it.
Any more questions? Be sure to drop. But numb. I mean, it's the moniker Edwrds. So if you wanted to, we'll talk about how to find all this music afterwards because it's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get confusing otherwise.
Hey,
But here we
down
go,
to.
numb. Here we go.
You left me out, had to push me to the side, and really I'm numb. What's your feelings? Maybe I'm just healing. You left me out, had to push me to the side. Do you think I'm dumb? What's your feelings? Maybe I'm just healing. Need the bandages, wrapping up the damages and pushing. It's okay, I'm cool. I dealt with the overlooking. Wish you wouldn't. Pinocchio, you looking wooden. Grab a mess so you can blend with all the people looking. My life's a channel. They grabbing handles, just try and handle my super scandals in Gucci sandals. I'll turn soprano. Might laugh, might cuss. But they'll run back to us. Yeah. You left me out. I had to push me to the side. And really, I'm numb. What's your feelings? Maybe I'm just healing. You left me out. I had to push me to the side. Do you think I'm dumb?
I love that song, dude.
So catchy too.
Dude, the Pinocchio line gets me every single time.
Pinocchio, you looking wooden.
It's so good. I'm like, shit, that's a good lyric. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like in a lot of songs you find that like inspiration from old child stories.
Yeah,
and,
you're just pulling from whatever you grew up with. You're like Disney. Okay, I watch Disney. I know Pinocchio. Okay, cool. You just like it, dude. It's really good. Like your
I feel
lyrics
like I
are
very
awesome.
much related to Pinocchio as well. Because he wants to be this real boy, and I feel like in moments I want to be a real for a long time. Especially when I wrote that song, I wanted to feel like a real artist. Now I truly feel like I am one. It's something I wear on my sleeve. But it's talking about, grab a mask and blend in with everybody, because it is a little scary to be in the spotlight when you're different. Often
Oh
when you
yeah,
are different, you thrown in the spotlight and it can be crippling.
yeah. No, it's true. It's you know, putting yourself out there is one of the hardest things. And then the criticism that comes with that.
That's why I give
Sometimes,
respect to anybody who's putting their stuff out there.
yeah.
It takes guts. It doesn't matter how, the critics and the ratings. It's at the end of the day, music should be made entirely for you. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that people are like, well, the fans want this style, or the people will like this sound, but I've found the most progress both with music and spiritually just making what feels right. And
Yeah.
being able to just put that out, I my hats off to every artist on this planet.
So, The next, okay, the last three are probably. It's
This is
really,
gonna get interesting.
yeah, no, it's really tough for me to be honest. I'm like, it's been a struggle, but but the next one for me is, it was tough. It was between Veins and Blind, and
Oof.
I'm gonna go with Blind just because there's something about Blind that I love, and I can't
There's a big
quite,
story to Blind, so
yeah. So
pick the good one.
Blind is number 3. So tell me about that song just before
Number
we.
3, yeah, damn. So Blind was a song I made after it was the most serious relationship I've ever been in. It ended tragically, and that is why the infamous line, "You got me anywhere, now I hate Delaware."
Oh,
Um,
I was gonna say, oh wow,
so
wow.
this
Hold
is
on,
actually a
wait a
funny
second.
thing.
Wait, I'm about to drop this comment right now. Here it goes. Sketty thinks it's number 1.
Wow, Sketty. Okay. Oh, you haven't heard the
Damn.
new stuff, but for what's
Hey,
out,
you know what,
I
dude?
can
Like,
I can agree
that's
a
not
little
a bad.
bit.
To be fair, like,
I think
that's not a bad
production
call.
wise, lyric wise, it's there. It's definitely
For sure, for sure.
definitely up
I
there.
will say this though. My 5-year-old, everyone thinks he hates Delaware because of you. So, yeah, he only knows that line. Like, that's all he knows. It's so
Yeah, it's
like, we're just riding along in the car, and he's just like, I hate Delaware. I was
you know
just
what I'm
like,
gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to send you and
I
your
hate
son
Delaware.
2 shirts. We made shirts that say "I hate Delaware." Um, and it's like it's like you would see like the I Heart NYC,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's I hate Delaware with the Delaware State College colors, and that's because that's the school my ex went to at the time,
That's
and
awesome.
you
You
know
know that,
I went to
now
Delaware
I can
so much.
relate. Now I get
Yeah.
it. I was like, why does he hate Delaware? Like, now I'm like, I'm hating
Did it
Delaware
just
too, but I don't
rhyme?
know
Yeah, now
why.
you know. Now you know. I'm gonna send you some shirts. You'll
That's cool.
rock
That's cool.
those.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna listen to Blind. This is Sketty's favorite song. So
This
for
one's
you,
for
my man.
Sketty.
This one's for Sketty. All right. Here we go.
I'm not over you. It's a hard thing to comprehend. You took me to what's the closest thing to heaven? I don't mind at all. If you want me to go to hell, I wish you well. Show and tell with all the people that deserve better. You just had to let me know that you had to let me go. Can't be reading what you wrote. No, no, no. I'm going blind at the show and tell. 'Cause I really thought you knew me well. Got me anywhere. I hate Delaware. I don't mind how you make me feel. Come cry on my shoulder.
It's so hard to turn this song down. It really
Oh,
is.
it is.
It
is.
really is. It's such a good track. And you know what? I do hate Delaware now. To all my people that live in Delaware, I apologize. I've never been there. We're talking about the school that this gentleman's
Funny
ex.
story. So I
feel
did
like,
this
I
tour
feel
with
like
a
I'm gonna get
band.
some hate mail now. You know what I mean?
I almost got jumped in a Delaware bar. I
Oh
went on
no.
a tour with this band called Makes My Blood Dance. Awesome group. And I decided, let's do the show in Delaware and see what happens. And basically, you know how like bands will set up their little merch booths and stuff? So I had mine set up right when I entered, and I was like one of the middle acts. So
Oh
up
boy.
until when I performed, everybody's going, F this guy. He
Yeah.
hates Delaware. And he's selling
Yeah.
shirts that say, I hate Delaware.
Yeah.
But luckily, once I explained to the crowd and everybody, because everybody was like
Yeah, no, I mean,
booing
once
at
you hear the
first.
story,
Yeah,
it makes sense, right?
it makes
But
complete.
just out of context, which is how every person hears my son say it.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like, why do you hate Delaware?
Why do you have such just
Why
a hate?
does your 5-year-old hate Delaware so much.
Yeah, like y'all are so far from
that
Delaware,
he's
but he
singing
hates
it. He's singing it right now. So yeah, man, it's such a great song. Like legitimately, like it's
I'm glad
just
it is such a great song because it was made at such a low point. You know, like I was really going through it. I mean, the opening line, "I'm not over you," and it's a hard thing to comprehend.
right.
You
It's
know, like I wanted to be over her so badly, but the love I have for her, you know, like it led to that song.
so good. I just love this.
Yeah, little breakdown,
Oh yeah.
hold it back, and
You got the whole crowd just singing "I Hate Delaware."
that's when you do like your jump up with the guitar.
Yeah,
and
dude,
everybody-
it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
So yeah, you know, two and one. It's okay. So I'll. It's really like between. There's like 4 songs that I could have picked out for all of this, but uh, number 2 is DYRLM, which is
Do you really like me?
Do You Really Like Me? Obviously. But when people look it up, they're like, "What is this?" Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then my first one we'll get into, but it's this one is just such a like it's
Feel
kind of
good.
like it is a feel good song. It really is. It's thank you, Sketty. Yes, I mean I'm sure I will. I'm gonna
Oh,
wear it
you will.
proudly. I'm gonna wear it proudly around my hometown where it's safe and not in Delaware,
Mm-hmm.
where I could get jumped in a bar like this man almost.
You don't
did.
want that. You don't want that.
So yeah, like it's tell me a little bit about this song, Do You Really Like Me? Because
Yeah.
it's almost like you're saying, yeah, okay, so I'm a singer, I do this, I do this, I do this, but do you really like me? Like is it
Yeah.
because
So
of
there definitely is.
because of this, or are you just shallow? Like that kind of way. It's
Amen.
very
So I met this really lovely lady, and the girl I wrote "Do You Really Like Me" about. That was kind of my first time giving love a chance again.
wow.
And I had met her, you know, through a friend of mine, and we were in the New York City for a parade, and I just completely fell in love with this girl. You know, there's
Mhm.
even a line where I say "Nights at the Museum," bubble gum. Like I'm talking about Nights at the Museum, the movie, because that was something, you know, we were laughing about that day. That song, I literally met this girl, and you can call me crazy. I met this girl, went home, and made that whole song in one night,
Wow.
and yeah, it was crazy. And you know, we thought we were feeling each other, but you know, I popped the question one time we were hanging. I was like, "Do you really like me?" And there was an unsureness, but once I played the song, you know, there was a lot of love. But as you said, it's that feeling of, you know, I do all this, but what do you really like me for?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly. It's like, are you
yeah.
just do you like the status or do you like
And I
me
think I
kind of thing?
found out
Yeah.
she definitely liked me. It just wasn't the love. But that's why it's not called "Do You Really Love Me?"
Yeah.
We'll make that
Yeah.
in like 5 years.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, we're gonna play a little bit of "Do You Really Like Me?" And I mean, you're asking right now, people, like, do you really like him? Because
Y'all really
I
like
do.
us? Y'all messing with us?
Yeah, I mean, you're kicking it with us tonight. I appreciate everyone tuning in. But here we go.
I ain't even want to fall, but you look so good, you're modern art. This new, and I don't wanna replace you. Ain't no parade in the city. When you walk by, you breaking necks, little pretty. I move so fast, let's take a break on the park bench. What you be providing like you came from a garden. Fatal attraction, baby, you the action. My love don't be lasting, so I can't give you no fraction. So for truth, this new, and I don't wanna replace you. So if you're down, I'm gon' be around you. Just calling out, save the day. You don't need a man, so kick me down, babe. Let's figure out how to steal some cash and fly away. Do you really like me, girl? shit. Walking on cloud nine, rain is reference, please. It just can't be replaced. Kiss me now, it feel the same. It just can't be replaced. No. Kiss me now.
Awesome. And you know, I think Mom chimed in there as well. Like she loves this
Yes.
song.
What's up, Mama? Happy to
There
see
she
you.
is. All right. I was wondering when she was going to chime in. To be fair, like she's been watching. I feel like for the whole
Yeah,
thing. So
I think it's a little late on the East Coast. It is midnight
that's
here
all right.
now.
She stayed up for her boy. That's okay.
Hey, that goes to show you real love, real
Yeah,
love.
real. Hey, there's nothing like a mother's love, right? You know.
Yeah, at
But
least I know my mom really likes me.
there you go. There you go. Of course.
Yeah, but that song, I mean, just hearing it again, I think it's funny how we go from the blind, like I'm not over you, it's a hard thing to comprehend, and then we lead to this next song, like I didn't want to fall, but here you are.
Right.
And it just
You
goes to
just
show like
presented
love is
the
always
whole
there.
all the lyrics. Like it's just so like the way you convey everything. Like
It's
you're
very honest, and I think
yeah.
that's
It's
what makes the songs now like being deadly honest. Because sometimes I think for a couple years, you I didn't want to write what I was thinking because oh no, it might hurt this person's feelings, this that. But learning like how I truly feel needs to be expressed, and I am okay with whatever repercussions come with that. That brings that authenticity. Um,
so question.
yeah.
It's question time. What comes first, the lyrics or the music?
Oof. It's different every time, like
Okay.
sometimes you write, I'll have a beat I made playing and I write something and then I realize that beat, like those lyrics have no use for that. So then 6 months later I'm pulling out lyrics and now bringing them to a new beat and there's this beautiful thing. But other times you make this whole musical track and you have an intro and a verse and maybe a little bit of a hook, but I kind of go piece by piece, and
Right. Right. What's more?
allow I think getting into the practice of approaching a song different every time, like, oh, let me start with the drums this time, or let me
Mm,
start with the guitar. Um, Always switching that up. It allows the source of everything to kind of move freely. It's not a demand for one product. It
yeah, for
allows it
sure.
to turn into anything, and that's something I've been inspired by artists like John Bellion, who are
Wow.
just so willing to change it and break the mold.
Well,
So
you've broken the mold, my friend. But
thank you.
what do you think? What do you think is more difficult? The like writing the lyrics first, or putting the lyrics next to the music?
Uh, I think it's definitely harder writing the lyrics first because what you'll realize is you write the lyrics first and they're kind of this blueprint. Um, but then as you're laying down the lyrics, you're like, oh, well, the pocket right there doesn't feel right. So now
Yeah.
you're changing two lines in order to
Yeah.
keep the feeling. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you force a word and it just takes away from the story. You don't, it's trying to find out how to say a lot with a little. And that's something
Yeah.
that my friends told me to try. And I was always like, let me rap fast. Let me do the look stuff and fit every syllable. And learning to
Yeah.
say a lot with a little, it does wonders.
But what's amazing about your ability is that it's so you're multi-talented in the sense that when you're a lyricist in more than just like
Mm-hmm.
you're dropping rhymes and stuff, but you can also sing. Like
Yeah.
it's just everything. You're the
You
whole
can thank my
package.
mama for the singing because it's something I always was very like insecure about. She was like, nah, baby, you can sing. Like sing.
But you know what I love about Do You Really Like Me? It's that in the beginning, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. 1 second.
No problem.
This part right here. Hold on. Let's do that again. It's that ache right here. That.
Uh-huh.
It's that ache. It's that like you didn't want to fall. You did. It's just that you got so many elements to your voice. It's really unique, man. And
Thank
it's
you.
I love that about your music. So well done to you for just really exploring different avenues and different
Yeah. I
sides
will
of your
say,
voice.
those moments where I do like I said do, but when I have that little bit of grittiness and
Yeah.
grunge, um, you know, growing, I used to take a lot of vocal lessons trying to better my singing, and I was in vocal lessons, and they were going, well, let's focus on the note, and then then you can bring emotion, but trying to focus on the notes, it would mess me up. And still to this day, trying to do it, it gets me all over the place. But
Mm.
allowing myself to have those feelings, like you're saying, like it is an ache, and allowing
Yeah.
myself to have y'all hear me aching and
Oh,
hear my
dude.
deep breath, and I feel like it's so important to showing you how I truly feel.
It's
So
so good. It's so so
I
good.
am glad you noticed that. Thank you very
No,
much.
but like it's an element of your craft that is unique to you. I haven't really heard it a lot of other places that like you can
A little
actually
bit of
pick it out.
chaos. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's insane to me.
it's it's perfect imperfection, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, give this man an award. I swear.
So number one for me, surprisingly, is your latest one. Is the latest one under the Edwrds moniker. It's
Okay.
Backseat.
Yeah.
It's just, and I think it's because it's like the evolution of your music is
Oh,
just
it's
so
so
present.
different.
It's so present in this, but it's so catchy. Like I will pump this in the car and just be like, yes,
Thank you.
like very,
So
very.
I'll tell you a little bit about how that song came about.
Well, you knew I was gonna
Um,
ask, so now you're getting used to the flow. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So I had this little idea in my voice memos, and I wanted it to have. I don't know if you've ever heard of this band called Laney, but it's L.A.
Yes.
New York. Um, I was in Nashville, and it was me. I was working with this amazing producer, close friend. His name's Charles Harkey. Um, and I show him these lyrics, and I'm like, I want to do something with this, but this is the one song I can't make a beat for. Like I don't know what to do with these lyrics. He was like, all right, let's talk, let's figure out what type of genre, because we go from the rap to the pop to the, what
Yeah.
would be the
Yeah.
best thing. And we when we talked about Laney, we were like, OMG, like this is gonna be the vibe. And maybe in like 30 minutes to an hour, he had the little blueprint of like just the synth
Mm,
with the
mm.
with the little kicking snare, and from there we like maybe a few takes, and what a
It's
song. I cannot love in the backseat. What a
you
song.
know, what, dude? I'm genuinely saying this. Like, all of your songs are great. Like, there's an element of different. It's not like when you hear. So there's some bands, and I'm not going to name any names, but there's some bands where it almost sounds the same. Every song sounds kind of
Oh, I
similar.
never want that.
It's
I'm
just kind
sorry
of
if
like
people like it, but
which is good. Whatever. Like some people dig that. Like, but it's that your uniqueness is present in every song. It's not just like it
mhm.
doesn't sound like the song before. Like you do something different in every song. It's very, very unique. I'm not sure what mom is wowing, but she threw in a wow there. I think she's just surprised that that's number one. To be honest, I don't know.
Hey, it's probably
It could,
that.
it could be. Yeah, look, let's play a little bit of backseat, and then we're gonna kick into like the new genre, the new you. Like
Yeah,
we'll
let's
talk
do
about
it.
that.
I'm excited.
All right, here we go.
Hey there, you new boy. Excuse me, but I'm falling. Could you catch my steps? Stay where you bloom, girl. I'll fall apart when I can't give you nothing left. I should be living in Mexico.
So even though it's my favorite, I can't play the whole thing.
Hey, that's all right.
But I will say this. You don't like hang around like first, second, like there's no lead in. It's like, hey, are you
Yeah,
ready?
yeah. So sometimes, it's
Are you
cool to
ready?
have an intro every now and then.
No, but it's great. That's what grabs me, man. It's like I'm listening to it's just so good. Like it's awesome. Your
Thank you.
mom is like tripping on this song right now. Hold on, I'm gonna get in all the comments. Um,
I also felt like
Sketty,
with
yes, sir. 100%. Eddy Aspect can speak to anyone. Mom loves the song. Ryan Stutz that's one of your boys, I'm
hey
assuming.
Stutsy Poo, what's good, bro?
There's Stutzy. Oh boy. On live streaming, Stutzy Poo. Okay, and
Yeah, bro. Hey, I got love for my people.
it's okay. It's all good. I it is one of the best. It is one of the best, 100%. And yes, all right, let's go. We've been going,
Almost.
dude. Stutzy, we've been going, man. We've been going.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've
that's for
been
sure.
at it. We're full speed.
Yeah, much
I
love, bro. Much
I
much love.
think I remember we were in the studio like thinking about having an intro for Backseat, but because it did have that hey there, we wanted it to be like, oh, this dude just said hey to me. Like, what's up? What does he
Yeah.
want to talk about? And yeah, it's a very emotional song. So
So let's kind of switch a gear. We're going to talk about. I almost played the newest song. That was silly of me.
I heard that.
So tell me why the change from Edwrds moniker to Eddy Aspect, and what was that journey like for you?
Yeah, it was something that we thought about for so long. Like even when Backseat was coming out, it was a debate if we did the name change. Um, being Edwrds was something for so many years. And I think we can relate it to, as I said, experimentation.
Yeah.
When I started, I had a lot of imitation and I pulled from a lot of the people I look up to. And it's cool to, when I look back, to admire that. But I feel like now there's kind of a maturity to it, an
Right.
authenticity. And because of that, I wanted to show, and we thought of so many different names.
Mm.
But when I said Eddy Aspect, and big shout out to my buddy David Perspective, who kind of got me onto that whole idea of what is a perspective, what is an aspect, and
Mm-hmm.
an aspect is the way you feel or see something. And
Right.
these songs are so different, as you said, they're all different colors and genres and feelings, and it can feel very scattered, like, oh, he's trying everything. But I truly feel that I am showing you my aspect on, this is what it means to be happy, this is what it means to be sad, this is being angry, and um this is kind of just what it means to be human. This is the human condition, to feel
Yeah.
all of these things, and I want people to know, embrace it, romanticize it. And
I
yeah, we
love I
went to
love
Eddy
the
Aspect.
reason. I love the thought process. My only thing that I would say is, do you or the question, I guess, is like, do you feel like separation from Edwards is
Oof.
necessary? Like it's
I
such
feel
a.
like I needed to kill Edwards, man. Like
Oh, really?
it became such a weight on my shoulder. I worked with a lot of people over the years, some with great intentions, some with bad intentions. And it kind of tainted what Edwards I felt like could have been. I felt like I
Mm.
hit this plateau and nothing was happening. And um, a big inspiration to why I did this change. There's an artist named XXX Tentacion, and back when he was popping, he shaved his eyebrows, and everybody was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he said I needed to shed my skin to get to the next version of myself, and I feel
Okay.
like often we look at change as this bad thing. Why did you change on me? Why did you change? But through changing, there's this, it's an evolving. And I feel like without getting rid of Edwards, and finally letting it go, I held on for so long.
Right.
finally letting it go, I feel refreshed. I feel in love with making music again. You're about to see me drop music like I've never done before. The release schedule is insanity. Um, and yeah, I just can't wait to show everybody what I've been working on all these months. I
I'm
held
excited. I'm
back.
excited, dude. I'm excited. Like I'm a huge fan. So
Thank you. And as you can tell, I'm just like so passionate about this stuff. You
yeah.
know, whether it's just my family hearing, my friends, whether, you know, whoever, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that, you know, I'm changing for the better and I'm becoming the human I always thought I could be.
Amen. Yeah.
And I love it.
100%.
I feel really
Yeah,
good about this.
it's and it's good that we did this because it's important for your fans to know that Edwrds is still a huge part of your existence. It's not
It is.
it's not a but this is a growth. It's almost like you're you were in this like chrysalis and now you're turning
Yeah.
into a butterfly. It's kind of like, hey, this is what's happened. Your growth from the music that you've created. I've listened to every single song, like from
Hmm.
start to finish, many times. And
Thank you.
so the growth from the first song to now, it's almost like the next step is, you know what? Here we go. I'm going to be Eddy. I'm changing my moniker. It's a whole new
Yeah.
look on life and look on this, and I love it. It's great.
And
It,
trust me, it was scary.
it's understandable.
It was
100%.
scary at first, but I realized there was a part of Edwrds that, as I said earlier, it was chasing validation from other people. It was chasing views.
Mm,
Um, I made a lot of choices, and you know, I'm glad I made them because they've gotten me thus far.
right.
Um, but now I feel like I can kind of steer the ship on an open sea rather than just a river that I'm stuck on. I
Right.
feel like I really got out there, and a fun line I will say to you from a song that is on the way is that even Christ came twice, and this is my second coming.
Nice. I
Uh,
actually like that. That's cool. That's a cool line.
oh, just wait, it's a good one.
Dude, it's incredible that you found the courage to do what you're doing. I think this first song is just, it would have been my number one. To be honest, I just
Thank you.
it it's a whole new version of you. It's the start of a wonderful journey that I can't wait to witness and be
And
part
I,
of
I
with
honestly
you.
couldn't
And
have
so,
picked a better song to show y'all what this new sound, new me is. Because since like the last song I dropped was in November, and that was Backseat. Since then, lately represents everything from that November to when I literally just dropped that song. There's not a song that captures that more. So it's a big, you know, like we cut the red ribbon, welcome. But just know I'm not making y'all wait long. Like the next song comes out the 29th, I believe. So
every 2 weeks, I think you said.
every 2 weeks we doing it. So
Oh
keep your
man.
calendar.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Stutzy's proud of you, and Mom is saying amen, and I agree with that. Awesome.
Thanks be to God. God bless.
All right. So we're gonna play Lately from the amazing grown new version Eddy
Eddy
Aspect.
Aspect. You feel me?
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. And honestly, I love this song too. There's nothing I don't like by you, dude. Come on, let's call it what it is.
That means world.
Here we go.
Stand out, there's a man down this town, broke his heart, damn house to kill the damn sound. This round, when the movie starts, lately I've been dedicated, lately I've been slowly breaking, lately I've been losing patience, lately I've been dedicated, lately I've been slowly options. Lately I've been losing patience. Lately I've been dedicated. Lately I've been slowly breaking. Lately I've been losing patience.
I love it, dude.
Whew.
You,
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's just awesome, 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 awesome. And I'm so like, I don't even like. I just know your music. I don't know you personally very well. Like we've been connecting and trying to connect
yeah.
continuously, but just from the conversation and everything, I'm proud of you just because of what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. Like you're just putting this stuff out. Like it's a big deal. You know, you know, I just put podcasts out and stuff, but like just creating something and then changing it up and
I
then
will
creating
say,
again. Like it's
you
just
said you just said I just put podcasts out. I think there's something so beautiful about what you're doing. Keep in mind, this is unscripted. This
Mhm.
is real. This is raw, and literally, there's no other way to put it. Like I feel like thanks to you, you're allowing the fans to not only see what this change is, but you just took me down memory lane.
Oh,
And
dude.
the fact that you're able to do that is phenomenal. And I commend you, man. Like I'm
I
proud of
appreciate
you
that. I appreciate that.
also. So just know that.
Hey, it's just genuine conversation. Like I say to everyone, I don't bring anyone on the show that I don't genuinely admire or listen to the music or any of that. You know, and there are some artists that I haven't had on, but it's I respect everyone's creative ability. Like it's not easy, as you said,
Mhm.
to put something out there. But it's saturation point right now. You can be an artist just by having a YouTube account right now. So it's the
Exactly.
the differenti- the differentiation of what's going on in the music industry is huge. And your uniqueness, your ability to make music just at the drop of a hat that does not compromise quality in any way, shape, or form. Your lyrical ability to convey your emotion and your what's going on in your life is just it's like amen, dude. Like well
Bruh,
done.
I
Like
have such a
applause to you.
full heart right now. You know, it's something I'm very grateful. As I said, it has become an outlet once again. Like this is something that started with Edwrds, but it will always stand with me, and that's it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Find what feeds your soul, and I'm saying that to everyone out there, whoever comes across this. Find what brings that light to you, because at the end of the day, all we have is this very moment. And I'm just glad that in this very moment, I get to share my story with you and kind of help, bring some clarity to that.
100%.
So
100%.
thank you once again for just, shining light over
Dude.
on me, just another dude who's
The
making music out here.
the lights was gonna find you. I just put a gas pedal next to it. That's all.
Hey, you real as hell. Thank you.
So, question I have for you is, and it's now we get into a little bit different stuff. Switch it up a
Yeah.
gear. What if you could feature or
Mm.
work with any artist out there right now? Who would it be?
Damn. That's
I
a
mean, we
hard
know
one.
that you're kind of working with some of our friends, right? We
So
know we
yeah,
know
no,
the friends,
something
right?
something I do love about this question is it allows me to remind us of some people who are no longer with us. But there are people that I've always wanted to, hopefully one day collaborate with, and me chasing that feeling of maybe one day I will make something with them. I wouldn't be here without. So I do have to give a big thanks to artists like Mac Miller, artists
Oh
like
yeah,
Juice World, XXX Tentacion, Lil Peep. There's so many. So yes, just a huge thank you to them. I'm forever indebted and grateful for them. But when it comes to artists that are here, um, a big influence, and you might not have heard of them. He
that's
goes
okay.
by Eden.
Okay.
And he's actually he's from Dublin. But he's the first artist that ever made me go, maybe I could do this. I remember being a little
Oh, all
kid,
right.
seeing his videos and his songs, and I just felt so seen. I felt not alone. So So yeah,
You
artists like
said
Eden, Dominic
Eden,
Fike, Bakar. Those are my top three right now.
and you say he's from Dublin? Really?
Yeah, so he's from Dublin.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'll
have to
check
look
him
that up.
out. Honestly, so originally,
Dublin, Ireland, like Dublin, as
yeah,
in. Oh shit! Well, you know I'm Irish, dude. You're slumming it with the Irish boy tonight.
bro,
So.
it's on my bucket list one day. I want to have some sort of little property out in Dublin
Oh,
because
bro.
literally, I used to watch videos of this guy just creating in his gloomy Dublin, spot. And I love.
That's
I mean, you
awesome,
even
dude.
see I got the
Oh yeah, there
little
you go.
Scottish heritage hat. I know it's
There you
different,
go. There you go. That's all
but
right. That's okay. But hey, you know what? That's awesome, dude. And I love that you're connected to something. You know, it's very easy to just go, oh yeah, I'd love to work with Logic or Timbaland
hmm
or any of these massive guys that are out there. But you're going for an artist that's just inspired you that isn't
yeah, no,
like
to me like. It doesn't
multi-platinum
matter
and
if the
stuff, you
world
know?
doesn't see them as a big three. Like these people are they're my heroes.
Awesome.
So to even have the chance to collaborate with them, it would be a blessing. And hopefully one day that comes into fruition.
Yeah, well, definitely. Hey, you got socials. Connect, dude. And come on.
Yeah, I
That's
just
how it
gotta keep
happens.
nagging them. I
There
gotta
you go.
try.
There you go.
That's
Well,
one thing. I'm very like introvert. I make
I'll
all
put a
this.
tag out there. That's what I'll do. I'll tag you and I'll say it's time to do a collab and
Hey,
see what happens. He might like
people,
it,
go run it up.
It's gonna happen, right? So spare time if you have any. I mean, what do you do in your spare time other than make amazing music, obviously? But
Uh, um, I'll read a book. Um, I'll listen to records. I'm big into like
oh, there you go.
vintage vinyls.
Bringing back in the vinyl. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's something like as I grew up, like hearing stuff from all over, from like Ramsey Lewis, just to name one. Um, there's something so unique about the world of vinyls and Steve Miller Band like changed my life hearing that on vinyl for the first time. So
Oh,
I like
Steve Miller
the
Band. Man, I actually had the bassist on another podcast that I did from Steve
what?
Miller Band, and it was a great podcast. It was
Oh
really good.
gee, I gotta tap in with that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. But music is food for the soul. It invokes so many emotions. It's memories. It's
Yeah.
so much, and you are a gift to the world with everything that you're creating. I'm just so excited to see what else is coming. Like I'm just gonna have this like every 2 weeks I'm just gonna be sitting by my phone with my
Hey,
Spotify open. Yes, I do listen. Spotify is what I use. I do. I'm not dissing any other.
I'm just starting to get into the Spotify world, but I'm trying to make sure like the canvas, the
Yeah.
trying to make sure they all look right. So
Yeah, no,
hopefully
it's
you'll like
good, dude. You look good. Don't worry about it. But
them.
yeah, no. So I'm looking forward to the next track. I'm looking forward to whatever else comes for you, dude. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful for you to be on the show this evening, sir. You've lit up this evening with amazing music. I'm blessed that you allowed me to kind of welcome your new artistry into the world as far as Eddy
Hey,
Aspect. But
I'm glad it was you, man. I don't think anybody else could have done justice to what he made this happen, y'all. So thank him tenfold.
I appreciate you so much. But guys, this has been an amazing episode. It will be continuing itself to be available or all that kind of stuff. It's a back catalog on YouTube, so just because it's alive does not mean you can't go back and watch it.
And send it to your friends who missed it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
man, it's what it's all about. Share, share, share. Sketty, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you so much. The big thing for me is just make sure you follow this guy for as long as possible. He has got so many things that are going to come his way. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's
Hey, I'm
just
gonna make sure those two shirts get over to you and your kid. And I look forward to us chatting more off camera. What a wonderful guy. So yeah, thank you again. I'm so glad we did this.
Oh, yeah. Mom, you are so welcome. You are so welcome.
And yes, as you said, I
East
see
Coast.
album coming end of this year.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh wait, before we finish up, socials.
Yeah.
How do we connect?
So, if y'all want to listen to
like
any songs in the top 5, that will be able to find as Edwrds without the A. That's EDWRDS. That's where you'll find that. As far as the new stuff, you can follow me at Eddy.Aspect on all platforms. And yeah, check me out.
Yeah, check him out. I mean, he said it. I mean, I couldn't say it better myself. This has been another amazing episode of Untouched Melodies. We'll be back again next Friday with another amazing artist. But please go and follow this man. Listen to his music. There's so much more that you haven't heard that you're just going to be so happy with. And trust me, it's an amazing experience just going through his catalog. I do it just driving to work and driving home every evening just because I love bouncing in the car, and this is the only place I get to do that.
Hey,
but
works.
Definitely go and do that. But thank you so much for watching. As always, be safe.
Till next time, brother.
Till next time. All right, here we go.
This is brought to you by Unscripted Productions. Thanks for being a part of the journey, and be sure to follow us for more info to get new episodes and more great content. And of course, rate this show on your favorite podcast listening platform and leave us a 5-star review. See you here next time.